Hey guys, get ready with me while I tell you some jail story that I have. Now, I posted this story on my social media, but I wanted to tell you guys and give you a little update about it. When I was in jail, I met this girl. Her name was Faith. She was in there for something small. I don't know, y'all. We just became good friends in there. It was nice to have somebody to talk to while you're in there. She was telling me about how her mom struggled with addiction and she was in and out of jail. I think she went to prison. She didn't struggle with it herself that I know of, but it's in her family. We just kind of bonded over it, and it was just nice, y'all. I told her that my plans when I got out of jail were I wanted to go to a rehab, sober living, just something different than what I had been doing before. I wanted to stay clean, and I was willing to do whatever it took. Once she got released, some time passed, and I had met her in the last jail that I was in. I went to 3 jails, so the very last jail. So everything just worked out perfectly, you guys. I don't know what it was. I just opened up to her, and she didn't judge me. It was nice, y'all. We just became friends in there, okay? She got released before me, and later on, when it came time for me to get released, the officer that got me into sober living told me that when I got out, I wasn't going straight to sober living. It was the day after. I freaked out because I didn't know where I was going to go. I didn't know where to stay. I didn't know anybody in Georgia except Faith. I had gotten her contact information while she was locked up with me, because I wanted to stay in touch with her. She was just somebody I bonded with in jail. She's a really good person. So I told the officer, I only know one person that's not on drugs that lives in Georgia, and it was Faith. So I gave him her number. He contacted her and asked her if I could stay with her, if that would be okay. Even though she didn't know me, she just knew me from jail, y'all. She must have seen something in me. I don't know, you guys. She's just a blessing. And go figure, her name's Faith. She picked me up from the jail and she let me stay the night with her. And not only that, she took me to probation the next morning and she took me to sober living. She also let me wear some of her clothes. I didn't have any clothes. I didn't have anything, you guys, when I got out of jail. She let me have some of her clothes. She let me take a shower at her house. She fed me. It was just the nicest thing anybody's ever done. When I got to sober living, she had also given me a bag of books. I'm gonna have to grab those books and show you guys. Here's the bag of books. It's everything. One Day at a Time, Living Sober, Daily Reflections. These are all the books. Everything you could possibly need. These helped me a lot in early recovery, to be honest. There's just a ton of books, you guys. There's way more. And her notes are in them, and it's just so sweet. But anyway, yeah, like I said, there's way more in here. It was such a nice thing that she did. I'm very grateful for these and everything that she did. They are all the books that were her mom's. Her mom lost her battle to addiction. Rest in peace. And Faith gave me her books to be able to read and see that you're not alone. You see her thoughts and my thoughts. It's just crazy, you guys. So yeah, it was just so nice. But not only giving me books and clothes and picking me up and taking me everywhere, she bought me groceries and necessities that I needed when I first got there. You guys, that is the nicest thing anybody's ever done for me. I've tried to repay her any way I can, but she's just I'm just happy you're doing better. I love what you're doing on social media. I finally, got in contact with her. Update video of us would be so cool. But yeah, she's doing really well. She had a kid. She's married now. And, she's just doing good and I'm doing good. And it's awesome, you guys. Just know, not everybody's bad. People that go to jail are not bad people. Yes, there are some bad people in jail, but not everybody that goes to jail is bad. People make mistakes. The police officers make mistakes. Some people are in jail and they shouldn't be in jail. There are people that are homeless in jail. There are people with mental health problems that need medicine. They need counseling. There's addicts in there that need rehab. They need recovery. Don't judge people. You don't know what someone's been through. You can't say, well, they should have done this or shouldn't do that. You don't know someone's story. Everyone's trauma levels are different. Something that might be very traumatic to one person might not be as bad to someone else, because we all go through different things in life. We all grow up different. Everything's different. We're just different people. Be a little more open-minded before you judge someone. You know, if you're curious or don't understand, just ask. A lot of us don't mind sharing our story, especially an empowering, encouraging story. Another girl, my bunkie that I had in one jail that I spent the longest time with, and it was so sad because she ended up getting released a little bit before me. And I was so sad, but I was happy for her. It's just a weird feeling you get when you're in there, because you don't want them to leave, because they become like almost like your best friend while you're in there. But then you want them to leave because it's jail, and jail's horrible, and you don't want anybody to sit in there and deal with that. But her and I became pretty good friends. She taught me a lot while I was in there, and I make these skits. I've made quite a few videos of our scenarios. She liked women, only liked women, and she would jokingly hit on me in there. I don't know if she thought maybe one day I'd change my mind, because girls do that, but you know, I never changed my mind. I have nothing against it. It's just not my thing. And I kept telling her that, and she would just tease me. We would laugh about it. She wasn't aggressive or mean, but I'm sure some girls in jail are. But like I said, I tried to stay in my lane. I tried to be like silly, goofy, to try to pass the time. Me and some of the girls would be singing and rapping and, you know, just walking in circles and just, you know, drinking a lot of coffee and being hyper and exercising and just whatever we could to just not think about where we were. But jail still is bad. You don't want to go there. All these people saying that jail looks fun. It's not fun, you guys. I'm making TikToks without being too traumatizing, you know? So please don't try to go to jail. It's horrible in there. Stay out of trouble. Do good things. Stay on the right path in life. So yeah, that's her, and I became good friends. I have not spoke to her. I don't even know how to get in contact with her now. Not everybody is nice in jail. I tried to stay away from the mean, miserable people. I stayed in my lane. I wasn't causing trouble. I didn't get in a fight. I got in an argument. I don't know, this girl thought I was talking to the COs about her, and really the CO was telling me I had a court date coming up. So I don't know, this girl, I don't know why she was so paranoid. I didn't even know who she was. I didn't know her name. I didn't know anything. So I'm like, did she catch wind that I'm about to get released? Is that why she's starting a fight with me? She started an argument, and in jail, the only way you can fight and kind of maybe get away with it is if you go into the cell and fight. There's no cameras in there. So if somebody wanted to fight, the girls would block the doorway and let y'all fight. So when she started with me and started just accusing me of talking to the CO about her or something, I don't remember, y'all. I just remember the CO came up to me and was like, just go, Ness, I need you when you get out of the shower. So I talked to the CO, and she just told me about my court date. But I don't know why. People were super sketched out in jail. But anyway, like I said, I didn't even know this girl's name. I still don't know. If she came up to me today, I wouldn't even know who she was. I don't even remember what she looks like. I just remember her arguing. It was just crazy, you guys. When that argument happened, I didn't have the cool bunkie there to back me up. I didn't fight her. We just argued, and then the COs came in, pulled me out and pulled her out, and then told me they were taking me to a different pod. So I stayed the night in a different pod and went to court the next morning. It was kind of messed up that they made me move, but whatever. I'm just grateful that didn't escalate and I didn't, get more time put on and all that, because fighting in jail is not cool, and you can get more time added on. You will go to the hole, and the hole is just a room that you stay in and stare at the walls. You don't get to see outside. Some jails have no windows that you can see. Most jails that I've been to, you can't even see outside. Some jails don't take you out for rec. Some of the jails that do take you out for rec, you don't even see daylight. It's like a room. It's just messed up. It's all messed up. But the whole, you're literally staring at walls with nothing to do. If you're lucky, you might get a book, but good luck. You just sit there and you lose your freaking mind in there. There's nothing to do. You can try to talk to people through the vents and stuff, but the COs aren't gonna let you do that for long. I never got sent to the hole. Like I said, stayed out of trouble. I was trying to have good behavior and get the heck out of jail. The reason why I went to so many jails is because I was a runner. I would get put on probation and I wouldn't go because I was on substances, and I knew I'd fail a drug test and they'd put me in jail, so I would run. Same thing, going to court. I was scared they were gonna lock me up, so I didn't go to court. Or when I missed one court date, is because I lived in Tennessee and I couldn't even get back to Georgia, which I wasn't going to because I was scared I was gonna get locked up. So I just kept running, you guys. So yeah, eventually it catches up with you and you gotta suffer the consequences and deal with it. One of the other girls I ran around with before I got locked up with all this, I ended up seeing her in the last jail. Y'all, I couldn't believe she was in there. I'm like, girl. And she was telling me how many times she's been in and out of jail and that she could be doing prison time, and she was so much younger than me. I just couldn't believe it, you guys. And it was so funny because when people would hit on me at that jail, she would be like, y'all, she's not gay. Stop asking her, because if she was, we would have been dating already. I'm like, girl, stop it. Y'all are crazy. She even tried to say, well, if you want, you can just tell people I'm your girlfriend so they'll leave you alone. I'm like, yeah, but I don't even want to start that, because if you start that lie, you know, y'all, just don't. I try to keep it real. Don't fake the funk, okay? Her and I talked a lot in there too. The last bunkie that I had, she was a little bit older and mature, and she was pretty cool. She was in there for something silly too, like arguing with her boyfriend or something. I don't know. But she was really nice to me too. I was very blessed to have, you know, decent bunkies. I saw a lot of girls that didn't get along with their bunkies and they wouldn't even go into their cell until it was time to sleep. So I was blessed. I was very blessed. And then of course when I left, anytime I got released from jail, I would, whatever commissary, anything I had, I would give to my bunkie. That was just, I think it was like an unspoken rule. I don't know. We just always had each other's back. And you almost like make a pact, like you don't let anybody talk about your bunkie doesn't let anybody talk about you. You check them if they're real, you know. Some people are fake in there and they gossip. Women are super petty, and you put a lot of women in a room, it's a lot of pettiness and fakeness and manipulating. You guys are always asking me if I talk to anybody from jail, and Faith is the only one. Well, I take that back. I spoke to Faith after I made that video, so I can definitely get in contact with her anytime. The girl that I used to run around with and a couple other girls are on one of my social medias or mutuals, so they're there. I can see like updates of their life. They see mine, but as far as like talking to them, I don't really talk to anybody, you guys. Maybe I'm just scared it'll put me in a situation that I have no business being in. I don't know. I'm proud of all of you that turned your life around, whether it's from addiction or not, or if you just decided one day, I'm just going to be happy today. I'm proud that you all keep going. I'm proud that you push forward no matter how hard it gets. And don't ever feel like you're alone. Ever. Don't ever feel like you're alone. There is always somebody there. Just don't be afraid to talk about it, to ask. Find somebody. We're all right here waiting to talk. But anyway, I gotta go run errands. See you guys.